Fendi ready to wear in my size, 90% off. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll know when I upload a new video. Right, I went to the Fendi private sale and I'm going to share my experience and tell you all about it. Now, I really wasn't sure whether there was going to be a Fendi private sale this year, because usually by this time of the year it has already happened. And if you've been with me for a while, you may remember that I've put out a couple of videos in the last few years about my experiences at the Hermès private sale, because I went to the Hermès one in 2021 and 2022. There wasn't one in 23. Now, I don't know if this is the reason, but I heard rumours that it was because of resellers, and certainly I did see people who'd gone to the Hermès private sale, bought up the items at really good prices, and then were literally within hours reselling them on eBay at inflated prices. I heard a rumour that Hermès was not happy about that, so they decided not to do a private sale last year. Or if they did do a private sale, it really was only open to VVIPs only. I wondered if maybe Fendi were heading the same way, because as I say, I had no information this year that there was going to be a Fendi sale. However, out of the blue, I got an email asking me if I'd like to register for a slot at the Fendi private sale. Now, there was no notice. This email came on a Tuesday. The sale started on the Wednesday. The Wednesday and the Thursday slots were mainly reserved for VIPs and paying members of the company that run the sale. There were some slots on the Friday, and I managed to get the 3 p.m. slot on the Friday. So obviously, as I say, I got the email on the Tuesday, I booked my slot for the Friday. So it just gave me enough time to arrange the afternoon off. I went into work in the morning because I had a meeting, and then I left at lunchtime, caught a train and went to London for the sale. Now, when I got there, my slot was 3 o'clock. I got there about 2:15. I did join the queue there and then, because if you are already in the queue and towards the front when your slot starts, you get to go in straight away. Most of the people in the queue at this point were for the 3 o'clock slot. There were a few people, and they were allowed to go to the front of the queue because they were there for the 1:30 slot. So they were a bit late for their slot. And they're not allowed in automatically, even though it is their time slot. Because they're late, they're not allowed straight in. They have to wait for somebody else to come out. So it's kind of one in, one out. On the whole, those people were okay about it. There were a couple of entitled individuals who had a little moan at the door people, and there was a little bit of attitude. It was like, well, are you going to let me in or not? But the door people were very patient, very good with them, and they stood their ground and they're like, no, you have to wait until somebody comes out. And you know, to be fair, everybody that had their 1:30 slot that were there but had turned up late, they did get in eventually, so you know, they did let them all in. And then when it was 3 p.m, they let those of us with the 3 p.m. slot that were already in the queue, they let us go straight in. Now, again, if you've seen my video from last year when I went to the Fendi private sale, you'll know that I'm glad I went, but there wasn't an awful lot there. So I will link that video down below in case you haven't seen it. So this year I didn't have a lot of expectations. I still wanted to go, I wanted to see, but I kind of assumed it was going to be similar kind of thing. Last year I kind of bought a couple of items, but you know, they were just really because I really wanted to buy something. They were kind of for the sake of it. There were a couple of little bougie items I bought just for the sake of it. Very, very low cost. I did try some ready to wear on last year, but they didn't have anything really above a size 44. And I tried a dress on in a size 44, and I was telling you about it in my video. And I thought that was around about a 14 to 16, and I was saying I was a little bit upset because I couldn't quite zip it up. I was thinking of French sizes, and one of my subscribers kindly pointed out to me, thank you, that it was Italian sizes, because yeah, it's Fendi, so of course it's Italian sizes. An Italian 44 we think is a UK 12. Actually that made me feel quite a lot better, because I would not expect to get into a 12 at this point. So knowing that was a 12 and I couldn't quite zip it up, I feel a lot better. But I expected the same again. I expected, you know, the ready-to-wear to maybe only go up to a 44 again. So I didn't have a lot of hope on that. I just had some hope that there were maybe some better accessories this year, and maybe the shoes were better, because the shoes were quite dire last year, I have to say. There really was hardly any choice on shoes. So I went in with minimal expectations. But this time when I walked in, I immediately felt a little bit overwhelmed, because straight away I could see there was an awful lot more stuff. There were so many more rails of ready to wear. There were more areas with more things in. And so I felt a little bit, as I say, overwhelmed to start with, like kind of like, oh gosh, where do I start? So I walked past the first section, because that was children's wear, and there were very cute little Fendi kiddies outfits hanging up, very lovely, but yes, not for me obviously. Walked past those, and the first section I came to were the accessories. So it was bag straps, SLGs and fashion accessories, i.e. costume jewellery, bag charms, that sort of thing. I thought I'd come back to the bag straps because they had a lot there. So I had a quick look at the SLGs. Very nice little card holders, wallets, pouches, but I thought I'm not really needing any of that type of thing, and I don't want to buy something just for the sake of it. I really only want to buy something I really want and I know I'll definitely use. And I felt that as nice as some of them were, I probably don't really need any more SLGs, any more pouches, card holders. I probably won't use them. So I then started looking at the costume jewellery and the bag charms. I'm not really a bag charm person. I've got a couple of bag charms, but some that were there really caught my eye. And there was a gorgeous little kind of trunk baguette bag charm, the nano size in a silver. That was really pretty, and somebody started serving me and I asked to have a look at that. And then I spotted this other nano bag charm, and I absolutely fell in love. I thought it was gorgeous, and I said, can I have a look at it? She showed it to me and I just thought it was gorgeous, and she said, oh, it's the last one. Now normally I'm not swayed by that. I try not to be swayed by those words. However, I did love it so much, and I knew that if I put it back it would go. So as it was the last one, I said, yes, I'll take it. I did ask her the price just before I said, yes, I'll definitely take it. She told me what the original price was, and she told me what the sale price was. I could tell there was a very, very big difference. I didn't work it out exactly in my head as I stood there. I know now, having worked it out afterwards, it's around about 85% off. And I will say here and now that nearly everything in that room was between about 85 and 90% cheaper than the boutique price. So when I heard the price for this, that sealed the deal. It was over £1,000 original price, and this particular item was £178. So I said, yes, I will take it. And she said, this particular item we need to put behind the till for you. So she wrote out a slip of paper and she said, you give this slip of paper to the cashier when you go to pay for everything, and she will give you your item. So that was my one fashion accessory. Now, there were quotas, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what they were. As I said, it was all a bit overwhelming, so some of it I didn't take in fully. But I think the bag straps, you were limited to 2. SLGs, you were limited to 1. And fashion accessories, you were limited to 1 as well. So the fashion accessories covered bag charms and the costume jewellery. So I had a quick look at the costume jewellery just to make sure that I was happy to use my one accessory on this bag charm rather than any jewellery. They had some nice bracelets, they had some watches, I think they had some watch straps, but nothing that really struck me and that I thought, oh, I have to have that. So I was very happy that I'd used my fashion accessory quota on this little bag charm. I then walked around the corner to bags. Now, yes, they had some bags. They had on the table some of these kind of vertical box shaped bags, and they had these half moon shaped bags in a lovely pink, a very baby pink. The half moon shaped bags, I've seen them, I've definitely seen them on the website, and I cannot remember what they're called. But at a first glance I could see they weren't really bags for me. Yes, they were lovely, but they weren't my type of bags. Although their pricing was so good, I didn't want to get a bag just for the sake of it. If I'd bought a bag, I wanted it to be something that I would really want and I would really use. And even though it might only be a couple of £100 for a bag, which obviously for a Fendi luxury bag is a really good price, it had to be what I wanted, because otherwise that £200, £300 could go on a different Fendi bag that I wanted, if that makes sense. So I thought, I'm not going to get a bag just for the sake of it. I believe earlier in the week, probably on the Wednesday or the Thursday, there were some little satin bucket bags, but I think they must have all gone by the time I got there, because I did see someone on a Facebook group had picked up a beautiful little green satin bucket bag. But yeah, there was just a couple of types of bags there when I was there. There were some bags on another sort of set of shelves, and I did see a really massive, oversized, furry baguette. And I thought to myself, if I was Meredith, if I was a collector, because I love baguettes so much, I probably would have got that. And I'm thinking of Meredith in particular with her Louis Vuitton enormous key clay. But I probably would have got that because it was just this massive, oversized, furry baguette. And I mean, I'm talking big, you know, really, really big. I'm talking that kind of key clay size. But yeah, obviously it's not a practical bag for me. It's not something I would ever use. So I passed that one by. So yeah, so the bags weren't really for me. Then I looked at the ready-to-wear. And over on this side of the room, there was just rails and rails of ready-to-wear. And my heart sank at first because I went over to the rail and I saw the last rail was 44. So I thought, oh, that's roughly a 12. So I thought, oh, they're not going to have any ready to wear for me. Then I looked over this side of the room and I saw rails that said 46, 48 and 50. And they actually had ladies ready to wear that went up to a size 18. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness. Now, yes, the rails on this side of the room were brimming. The rails on this side of the room were very sparse. There wasn't a lot of it. But even so, I was like, wow, they have ladies ready to wear up to a size 50. This time they did actually have all signs up giving you all the size conversion. So I could see it said, you know, 48, size 16 and so on, and they had it against the French sizes as well. So this year it was a lot more helpful in terms of the sizes, and there were more variety of sizes. I went over to the 48 rail, which is a size UK 16. Straight away I found a couple of items. I asked one of the assistants if there were changing rooms. She said no. She said there's mirrors down at the end of each aisle, you just have to try on there. So the item I found were trousers, and I was wearing kind of a pencil skirt, so I had to go down to the end of the aisle and kind of try and get these trousers on over my skirt, which I just about managed to do, so I kind of ascertained if they fitted or not. But yeah, so we kind of had to make do in that respect. I tried a skirt on as well. I just kind of put it on over my skirt I was wearing. That didn't really suit me. Then I went round to another few rails that had larger sizes on, and they were menswear. But they had another item on there which I absolutely fell in love with, and that was in a size 48 as well. At this point I'd got a couple of items from the ready to wear. I'd put those in my bag, and then I decided to go downstairs and have a look at the shoes. If you were up to around about a size 37, which I think is a size 4.5 UK, something like that, there was loads. There was loads of shoes. No Calibris, but there were loads of different shoes. Lots of really cool slides and cool trainers. Over about a 38, no, there wasn't very much at all. I'm usually a 39. I can fit into size 38 trainers in Fendi, but there really wasn't anything 38 or 39. They had the mink slides that I think Dale has got. I think they were a 38. I thought about trying them on, but I didn't in the end because I thought, oh, you know, they're open back. My feet probably won't fit into them, so I didn't even bother. They had the baguette trainers in a Tiffany blue, which I think Meredith has, and I would have tried those on, but they were a size 41, and as I say, knowing I'm a 38 in Fendi trainers, they would have been enormous. There were literally 2 pairs of shoes in a size 39, these horrendous kind of crochet type shoes with really high heels, and they were exactly the same shoes that had been at last year's sale, so they haven't been able to get rid of them in the last year, and I'm not surprised because they were pretty horrendous things. So I was very disappointed with the shoes. However, I wasn't too upset because at this point I'd already already got my ready-to-wear in my kind of clear bag that they give you, and I'd also got my bag charm. So I went upstairs again, had another look round, just make sure I hadn't missed anything out. I went back to the accessories because they'd actually put some new bag charms out, and they'd put out another bag charm similar to the one I was getting in a different fabric. They'd put one out in a shearling, and I just sort of tried that because I thought if I prefer that one I can swap them. But no, I was very happy with the one I'd already chosen, but it was good to have a look at it anyway. Yeah, so just another quick peruse round. Then I thought, well, I think I'm done here. I'm really happy with what I've got. Went to the checkout, got my little charm that was behind the till, got everything folded up, put in a bag, paid, and off I went. Got back on the train and came home. So this is my receipt. I bought 4 items in total. Ready to wear, the quota was 10. You could get 10 ready to wear items. I got 3 ready to wear, and I got 1 fashion accessory. And the total of my haul was £599.40. So 3 ready-to-wear items and 1 fashion accessory, £599.40. So, without further ado, what did I actually get? This is probably what you're here for, to see what I actually got. Okay, so I've got my ready-to-wear hanging up here. 2 of the ready-to-wear items are the same. I got 2 pairs of these black trousers. So, let's see, you can see I got 2 pairs. Right, so I'm going to put a pair down and show you this pair. I'm not very good at mod shots, but I think in this instance I need to try and do some mod shots. So after I've filmed, I will try and get some mod shots and pop them up here so you can see me wearing these. These are a pair of very plain tailored black trousers. They're quite wide leg, and they have like a kind of a split up the leg. They have got the most flattering waistband. They are so nice on. They look really good. They are a bit long. I will need to have them tailored and taken up, but I quite often do that with trousers. I have got a great tailor who will be able to take these trousers up for me. I got 2 pairs of these because they are just so wearable. They I know that I will live in these for work. I can live in these casually as well. And they are dry clean only, so I thought, well, when one is at the dry cleaners, I can wear the other pair. Or alternatively, if I wear a pair a lot and, you know, and they wear out, then I've got another pair. So I just thought it made sense actually to get 2 pairs, especially at the price. These were originally £790, and I got them for £79. So £79 each for a pair of Fendi black tailored trousers. I've paid more than that for a pair of Marks and Spencer's trousers, for a pair of mint velvet trousers. So £79 for a pair of trousers that I know I could probably virtually live in. Yeah, I was so thrilled with that. So it made sense to me to get the 2 pairs. So yeah, so got my little Fendi tag in there. Yeah. So yeah, so they're my trousers. Okay, my next ready-to-wear piece. I'm so excited about this. I can't believe this. When I came home with this, I put it on and showed my husband. I've since shown my mum, and both of them said, yeah, that's really you. That's very you. I just can't believe this. This was the bargain. And this is, get it down, 100% cashmere oversized cardigan. It's in this beautiful grey with this silver thread running through. It is very long. You can see the bottom here. Again, as I say, I'll do mod shots. It is so soft. It is absolutely beautiful. It feels amazing to wear. It is 100% cashmere. This started off life in the boutique at £2,390. The sale price was £262.90. Again, this was 89–90% off, and I couldn't be happier. It is just a stunning cardigan. The only downside is that we're coming into summer in the UK, and this is obviously a nice thick warm cardi, so I'm gonna have to wait a little while to maybe get some wear out of it. Although I can tell you for now, if we're sitting out in the garden on, you know, chilly summer nights, I shall be wrapped up in this. it is just absolutely stunning. It feels amazing to wear. I got this in a size 16. It is oversized. Had they got it in a 14, which would have been a 46, they didn't. The smallest they had in this was 48. I might have gone for the 14, but to be honest, I do like the oversized aspect of it. I'm so pleased with it. I did have a similar cardigan in a grey, which was very plain and not quite so long and oversized, and I put that on and it just didn't look special. It didn't look that great, but this, as soon as I put it on, it just felt amazing and it looked really special. So yeah, so that's my real bargain. And then my little bag charm. Okay, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. This is me totally and utterly embracing the fun of Fendi and buying something that is luxury that is totally ridiculous. I would never have bought this full price. I mean, this was well over £1,000. There's no way I'd have paid that for this full price. But because I could get it at this sale price, I just fell in love with it and I thought it was so fun. And I thought, you know, I am now starting to embrace these ridiculous luxury items and having a bit more fun with luxury. I've taken it very seriously the last few years. This year I'm having fun with it. So I decided to get this. And this is a Fendi First, believe it or not, underneath all this, it is actually a Fendi First nano bag charm in fox fur in this beautiful pink blush colour. So it has got the hook so that you can hang it on a bag. It has got this little removable chain strap so you can wear it crossbody. It looks so cute crossbody, it really does. It has got a proper opening, if I can open it. It's got some stickers on at the minute, I need to take those off. And there you go, there's the inside. It's a pink lambskin leather. You can't fit anything into it. I think I just about got a lip balm in there when I tried. That's probably it. It is, as I say, totally useless, but I am definitely going to be hanging that on one of my bags. I don't know if sometime in the future I'll get a full-size Fendi First, but you know, for the moment this little nano one will do me. This is the sort of thing I never ever would buy this full size. I never ever would have anything like this, you know, from the boutique, as I say, and I just saw it and just thought it was so fun, so cute, and yeah, at the sale price. Now I think, as I said, this was well over £1,000. I can't actually read on the label exactly what it was because it's kind of rubbed out a bit. It says one something. I think it's 1190 or something like that. And it was 178.50. So, you know, it's not still a lot of money, but you know, down from nearly £1,200. So yeah, so cute. That's my Fendi private sale haul. So much better than last year. I honestly can't believe that I got Fendi ready to wear in my size at 90% off. I'm just beyond ecstatic with what I got. These private sales really are hit and miss, you know, and I wouldn't have said last year's was a miss, but it definitely was nowhere near as good as this year's. This year's an absolute hit. And so, you know, knowing that it is hit and miss, I shall definitely go next year if I can. Just never know what to expect each year, but you know, hopeful that it will be as good as this year's. So there we go. As you can see, I am a very happy bunny. So let me know what you think to my items down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.